Well, today feels like a good day to paint some gobos. And candy. So I've had lots of lovely suggestions about different ways I could possibly do these gumdrops, but I just like painting them after the sand is on, so that's how I'm going to continue to do it for now. And while I'm going to be priming and maybe undercoating some stuff, might as well do these two other trolls. Alright, priming, aka the most boring part of the process, is done. Now for our gobos, I think we're going to go with a yellow skin once again, and probably some sort of tealy turquoisey robes. And so we're going to start with this Magecast Magenta and Spellbound Fuchsia. I gotta be honest, I am having a hard time doing anything today. But now that we've got our nice gradient, our chromatic underpainting, our zenithal, or whatever, we've got some colors laid down. Now just to build some momentum, I'm just gonna quickly slap some paint on these gumdrops. And so I'm thinking, like the ones I did previously, I'm gonna go purple, which are already done. Orange, yellow, red, and green. Plus some bony kind of grays for the Horn Dude and Mr. Tooth. Well, now that we've got gumdrops that are ready for basing and a little bit of dry brushing, it's time to move on to some gobos and the yellow skin. And just like I did with the trolls, I'm gonna mix a little bit of that base-coated fuchsia into the moonbeam yellow. And now for the cloaks. So I think I'm going to use this aquamarine, once again mixing in a bit of that fuchsia into it to kind of bridge the gap, and then work towards this aquamarine. Maybe adding a little bit of ice yellow afterwards. And now for the most critical piece of these candy-wielding freaks. The candy. And I'd always intended the symbols to be peppermint, but I think both of these dudes need some peppermint swirls as their candy. So I'm going to start with a fairly warm gray, maybe a mix of this warm gray and white, just to base coat these guys. Now, I am absolutely not any kind of expert when it comes to freehand, but I have done lots of lines and painting swirls on candy recently, so here's my take on it. Thin your paint down probably more than you normally would. It's really about ensuring that the paint flows off of your bristles nicely. And then just put a tiny amount on your brush at any point. And then for me, it's about being patient, not exactly my strong suit. And then being very, very gentle with the brush strokes. Oh yeah, I also painted another yellow troll, but you don't need to see that. You've already seen that happen. And don't worry, you'll get close-ups of all of these dudes in a second. The candy-wielding gobbos and trolls army continues to grow, and I am having so much fun with it. Hopefully, you are too. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. And I'll probably, hopefully, maybe see you tomorrow.